Hi, I'm Scott. I'm a geochemist from Southern Cross University, and this first training video is all about how to collect a sediment sample for the Clarence River Guardians project. It's essential viewing for all volunteers, and in it we're going to cover some really important basics like what you need to bring on the day, the registration and induction process, and this will include you being assigned the site that you'll get the samples from, and the sample collection process itself. We'll walk through that so you know exactly what to do. So to be a volunteer, you will need to bring a buddy, a friend, at least one other person, so that you'll be a team of at least 2 people. Now, you could bring more, you could bring the whole family and make a picnic out of it down by the river. However, all teams need at least 2 people, and this is simply for safety. You will also need a vehicle, car or 4-wheel drive, because that's how you're going to get to and from your sample site. You will also need to bring some clothing that's suitable for the outdoors, so make sure you bring a hat, sunscreen, some sensible footwear, shoes or boots that are appropriate for being outside. And you will also need, and this is really important, a smartphone, at least one between you. Make sure that it's charged, make sure that it has internet access. You'll definitely need it for accessing your site, for recording your site location, and also for communication with your coordinator back at base. And your smartphone will also need to have 2 essential apps installed. One is Google Maps, the other is the Emergency Plus app. Now, Google Maps is very common, it's on most smartphones, and the Emergency Plus app is also free. We'll put links to both of those on the website. And Google Maps will be used for navigating to your site. The Emergency Plus apps is for safety. And the final thing you need to bring is bring your smiles. This is a community event run by volunteers, and smiles will help make it a really fun weekend. Okay, so registration and induction. So on the weekend there will be 2 main hubs, one in Grafton in the south of the catchment, the other in Tabulum in the north. And there will be volunteers at both sites to guide you. Now, all teams will need to register first and then go through an induction process. And this is where you'll receive your site assignment and instructions on how to access your site, as well as sampling equipment, as well as being able to answer any questions that you might have and to make sure that your team is ready to go. Now, the Clarence is pretty big, and because there will be about 100 teams, there will be multiple induction tables, and these will be set up for different parts of the valley, like, say, the Nimboida in the south or the Timbara in the north. Now, there will be signs, but if you have a preference to go to a particular part of the catchment and you're not sure which table to go to, talk to a volunteer, they'll point you in the right direction. So once your team's found the right table, your team will be inducted by Tributary Guardians. Now, the Tributary Guardians are volunteer coordinators that will look after all of the teams that are sampling within a given area or subcatchment. And you're going to need to choose a team leader from your team, somebody from your group who is responsible and has a smartphone that can act as the primary contact. Now, at this point, the team leader will exchange phone contact details with the Tributary Guardian coordinators, and he'll do that via a text. And this is really important, not only for team safety, but also for keeping track of samples. The Tributary Guardian coordinators will chat with you to assign your team an appropriate site. We'll run through a checklist with you to make sure that you have everything you need and you're ready to go. So your team will be given site access instructions, which will look like this. This will have your site name, the coordinates, a very basic map, as well as an aerial photograph of the site and some notes about the site. But most importantly, it will have a QR code. It's probably smart to take a photo of your instructions as well on your phone, so you've got some sort of a backup. Now, when you scan this QR code, Google Maps will open on your phone and it will show you the exact location of your sampling site. Obviously, you'll need to turn on your location services, but then you can use Google Maps to guide you from there. So you'll also be given your sampling equipment, and that will be a small bucket like this that is already labelled with your site name. It has a scoop inside, but don't open it until you get there and that you're actually ready to sample, so leave the lid on until you're ready to go. Before you leave, you will also be given a hard copy of your sample collection instructions. This is both sediment collection protocols as well as any cultural protocols. So please read these, follow it step by step. All the details are there for you. And there will also be a link on the resources page of the Clarence River Guardians website for all of these forms as well. Okay, so we're going to walk through the sediment collection now. So you've scanned your QR code, you've driven to your site, you've read the instructions on how to sample. Now it's time to collect the actual sample. Okay, so you park carefully. You're likely to be near a road or a bridge or both, so make sure you watch out for other cars. Use your common sense. This is not a day for collecting a Darwin Award, so it's not safe. Don't do it. So make sure your location services on your phone are on and walk carefully to the site, and you can use the aerial photograph as a little bit of a guide. Now please take care. If you feel uncomfortable in any way, if the bank is too steep or difficult, just don't do it. If your team returns without a sample but you're all okay and in one piece, then that's a win, and the number one priority. So please remember as well that you're on country, and this is not just our home, but it's home to countless other creatures as well. So please walk respectfully and gently, and just being mindful to observe any cultural protocols. So take your sampling equipment and your smartphone and search for fine, sandy, dry sediments in the active channel zone. So this is not in the water. We want dry sediments, so above the water level. Now there's a separate video, short one, about collecting and finding fine sediments, so make sure you watch that. It's really important. That'll give you some hot tips for maximizing your chances of finding fine dry sediments. Now once you have found suitable sediments, or as fine as you can, choose one person and only one from your team to collect the sample. This person will be the sampler, and they must remove all of their jewellery and watches and have bare, clean hands only, because we don't want any metal contamination. The sampler will open the sample container, and now keep the lid because you're going to need it. And the sampler will take out the plastic scoop, and then they will use that plastic scoop to fill the container with sediment from within about a 10-metre square area, so roughly sort of 3 metres by 3 metres thereabouts. Now you can shake the scoop to help sieve out the coarser material. So material that goes through the bottom holes in the scoop, that's fine. Now once you're getting close to full, you can secure the lid back on the sample container. Leave the scoop out. Doesn't need to be in there. So just put the lid on. Now you're nearly there. But before you leave, what you need to do is record your location and exactly where the sample came from, and share that location with your tributary guardian. And this is a job for the team leader. So the team leader will turn their location services on their mobile on, if they're not already on, and use the same mobile phone that you sent the text to the tributary guardians on. This is really important, because that way they'll know exactly which team is sending them the location data. So you open up your Google Maps, zoom in nice and close, make a drop pin of your sampling location. So then you share that drop pin location from Google Maps via a text message with your tributary guardian coordinator. Now it's okay if there's no reception, it will send when you do. Now a good backup would be to take a screenshot of that drop pin location from Google Maps and save that on your phone. Now you're nearly done. All you need to do is return to either Grafton or to the Tabulum hub or to some other pre-arranged sample drop-off location, deliver the sediment sample, and have the team leader confirm that drop-off with the tributary guardian. That's really important. You have to keep track of things. And that's it. Watch the Clarence River Guardians website for updates. Join in the community celebrations. You're a champion and the river thanks you.